Hi, you're watching Geeks Assemble.
Hello, hippies and other fun music lovers. We're here discussing the first British invasion awesome group called The Who. And yeah, this is Audioheads. Yeah, we're still doing music. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, this is Stephen Price's favorite group ever. He's going to defend the group, and he's going to tell you just how much he loves the group in just a second. Give me a second. This is Who's Next, and it's a super good studio album. And so without further ado, Who's greatest fan from Wales? We have Stephen Price.
Hello there. Yeah, this is the best studio art.
Stephen Price.
Yep, this is, I've been a fan of The Who since I was about 11 years old, and I'm now 60 next week. I got all their albums. This one is the best one of them all, out of all the albums they've done. I've seen them twice in concert. Amazing group. The album, the every track in there is wonderful. Barbara O'Reilly, I can't. Sometimes I call it Barbara O'Reilly. Barbara O'Reilly, that when that is played live, the crowd just go mad. They just know the tune, they just go mad. Won't Get Fooled Again. When I seen him in Cardiff in 2004. It was just as Pete Townshend was doing his turning the knobs on the speakers on the stage, and he went into the guitar thing for Won't Get Fooled Again. I nearly blew my eardrums out. That's how loud he was. Yeah, I got the deluxe version of this, which has got extra tracks. It wasn't going to be called Who's Next. It was a part of Pete Townshend was trying to write like this futuristic, like sort of Lifehouse or something it was called, and that didn't come, so it ended up as Who's Next.
All right. Well, Lee, what did you think about Who's Next? I know that you enjoy The Who a bit.
A bit. Before we did the cast, I was saying to Stephen, I haven't actually sat down and listened to a proper studio album by The Who. I mean, I've got a best of, and I listened to all that, but this is the first sort of time I've listened. I mean, I've heard the soundtrack to Tommy and stuff like that, but a proper studio album, this is the first time I've sat down to listen to one. Yeah, they're released in 1971, the fifth studio album. As Stephen said, it was Pete Townshend was trying to do another rock opera called Lifehouse, but I think that as far as I know, they fell out with the manager at the time, so that plan was sort of scrapped. But they saved so many songs from that project, which these songs eventually ended up on Who's Next. I think about the original 9 songs on the album, I think 8 of the songs were from the Lifehouse project. As you say, it's the 3 songs what do stand out on here are the 3 singles what released, but the album tracks are awesome as well. Not just Daltrey's singing, but also the way that the harmonies, the piano, because there's a lot of piano on this one, guitars, drumming, Keith Moon's drumming. Because I just sat down and listened to it, and once you listen to the the way they work together, you can see how well they got on together and they work well together as a band to produce this album. It is a good album. So yeah, I enjoyed this. 9 tracks of pure enjoyment for me, from 70s enjoyment. Over to you, Susan.
All right. Well, thanks, guys. Thanks for bringing this, into my world. I didn't know all these songs were on the same album. I had heard all of these songs separately for so many years. I have like MP3s of about 5 of these songs, and I didn't realize they were all on the same album. I didn't realize that it was a follow-up to Tommy, that it had sort of a flow from Tommy into this. I knew very little about The Who. But recently I've just been sort of surrounded by The Who, and that's fun, and I enjoy the music. They really rock very hard, incredibly hard. No wonder Stephen was almost deaf. And so yeah, let's see what I it is sort of a sweeping story. It's got the story starts with Baba O'Reilly, and then Bargain, the best you ever had, and then it goes into Love Ain't for Keeping, and that's so romantic. Oh my gosh. Anyway, and then there's My Wife, and that's also a bit romantic, but a bit manic too. And then there's the Song Is Over, and I hadn't heard that one in a really long time. That's a good song too, but it's not like super famous. It's not like everybody has it. It's not like, oh my gosh, everybody knows it either. And then Getting in Tune, which is great, and Going Mobile, and Behind Blue Eyes, and Won't Get Fooled Again. And so because this is kind of our little style of how we do things, if you guys would just give me your rundown on those songs, what you liked, what you didn't, if you've got each song in turn, and let me know. Let's flip this around backwards and go to Lee first, please.
Right, okay then, let's have a look. As you say, it opens with Baba O'Reilly. This was never released as a single in the UK or America, but it was released as a single in Europe for some reason. I don't know why, because if they'd released it in the UK and the States, I think this would have been a massive, massive hit. The synth opens and the guitars, and it's just an awesome track. And I think everybody around the world knows this song. And I've seen videos of concert videos of this when they're playing this track. Well, it's just amazing how they play this one. Then you say you've got Bargain. As you said, the best I've ever had. It's a love song, really, isn't it? I love it when Townsend's voice comes into it as well, because Townsend is very good at harmonising alongside Daltrey's rock and roll voice. They complement each other on that. And Love Ain't for Keeping. Now, this one is it's got a very 60s style. This coming out of the 60s into the 70s, and it's as it's been mentioned, sort of like a sort of follow up to Tommy. This album, and this one does sound like it could have been from Tommy. Love Ain't for Keeping. That could fit well in with that album, to be honest. My Wife, written by Entwistle, sung by Entwistle. What else did he do on there? Oh, he played bass, he played piano. He also played the horns on it. And there is no guitar solo on this. So this was just Entwistle. it was his baby. This was the B-side to Baba O'Reilly, apparently. In the day when they used to take songs off albums and put them on the B-side of a 7-inch single. So yeah, song was it? The Song Is Over. Yeah, it's a good one. That one. That's Daltrey and Townsend on both leads. That yeah, and as I said earlier, the voices complement each other on that. Getting in tune. I love the piano on this. I've always wished I could play the piano, but I love the piano on this, and the way it builds up and builds up. And then we get Going Mobile, a song about having a mobile home, the joys of having a mobile home, and Daltrey's not even on this track. He's not even. He doesn't sing on it. He doesn't play anything on it. You know, because it's Townsend singing it, and it's just the other two as well, the drums and the bass. But Daltrey's doesn't appear on Going Mobile. And then you get Behind Blue Eyes, my all-time favourite Who track, I think. I don't know why. I just love it. It's so laid back, and it works so well. And the lyrics and Daltrey's voice, you know, nobody knows what it's like to be the bad man, to be the sad man. And this was the second single off the album, Behind Blue Eyes. And then we get the last track is Won't Get Fooled Again. Nearly 9 minutes of pure rock, really, British rock. This was the first single off the album. I think it was a top 10 hit in the UK. I don't know if it charted well in America. And this was the last song Keith Moon ever played live with them as a band before he passed away. This was the last song he ever played live in concert with them. Little fact there for you guys. So yeah, that's my little rundown of Who's Next. As I say, I've never sat down and listened to a studio album by the Who, and so I'm a Who virgin as of this week, but not anymore. Not anymore. I'm going to have to sit down and listen to a few more. So I may have to ask Stephen later on what other albums he suggests. But that's my bit for now.
Okay. And Stephen, could you do the same thing? Run down each song and what you thought of it, please? Stephen, can you do that?
Are you there?
Oh dear, we seem to have lost him. Okay. Well, okay, let me just say that Won't Get Fooled Again is used everywhere. NCIS uses it all the time as bumper music, Alex called it. CSI. Oops, wrong. All right, well, I was trying to involve what Alex had said earlier, and now I've made a fool of myself. Anyway, yeah, so CSI uses it as bumper music, as he said. He knows, like, more than I do. Anyway.
That song, Won't Get Fooled Again, is in the credits.
Oh, it's in the credits?
Yeah, so.
Okay. Anyway, so, it is, oh, there he is. We see him. Stephen, would you like to do your, run through your song, the song list on the album, the set list on the album, please?
Yeah, Baba O'Reilly, I love the intro on that, the whatever. That is just amazing. That's my favourite track of Who's Next. Bargain, I like the guitar in the beginning of it. I did have the track listing here. I lost my CD now. I can't remember the track listing. What's the next one after this?
Love Ain't for Keeping.
Yeah, that is a good one. Yeah, I did enjoy that one. I have the track listing with me.
My wife.
My wife, yeah. This is this track by John Entwistle is much better sung live, and he goes, his bass is amazing, on the live version of it. It's okay. It's my less favourite on the one of my less favourites on the album.
And then the next. Sorry, go on.
I would say then it's The Song Is Over.
The song is over. That's beautiful sung. I like the echo in it. The echo that Daltrey does. It's such a beautiful song. Next one.
All right, it's getting in. Is it Getting in Tune? Yeah.
No, the next one is. Oh, did we already do "Song Is Over"?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so then the next one's "Getting in Tune."
Getting in Tune. Yeah. That's another favourite of mine on there. I do like that track so very much. I've played it thousands of times. I just love it.
And what about "Going Mobile"?
Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, I do like that one.
And okay, what about "Behind Blue Eyes"?
Behind Blue Eyes, brilliant track, very slow, but I like it when it goes faster, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. When Mike Frisch clenches, crack it open, and that it goes into that fast.
Can you remember the words to that one?
When my fist clenches, crack it open. Oh God. My fist clenches, crack it open. I can't remember the lyrics. I know the song, but I can't remember.
All right, that's cool. How about "Won't Get Fooled Again"?
Yes, that is. That's my second favorite. Barbara O'Reilly and "Won't Get Fooled Again." That is. I've heard that so many times. I've seen it. Seen them live, doing it live, and the second concert I went to see them, they were outdoors and they were in the football stadium. Oh my God, that was really deafening. Loved it.
All right. Well, let's see. The other thing that I remember about this is "Going Mobile." I used to be a truck driver, and this was on one of the mixtapes that I had. And I didn't know it had to do with RVing or whatever. I thought that it was just about, getting going and going places, travel, seeing things, going fast, not getting stuck, not getting slowed down, not getting, flat tire on the side of the road. Just keep me moving. And I love that. That's very fun. And the other thing that I love is I love "Behind Blue Eyes." I love that bit that Stephen was singing for you guys back then, where it breaks open and he's like, he goes from just a sadness, that quintessential British sadness to the river of fierce emotion that follows that. And that's the way I think that, I mean, that really is the British invasion. You know, you guys have started off so gentle and so sad, and you know, you just love you, and then all of a sudden you're fierce, and then you want to take over the world or something. But that's just like my that's my thing on those songs, and I'm really grateful. Good move, Stephen. Good move. And so, anything anybody else would like to say? Would you like to rate it, Stephen? Would you like to do a rating on this, or is there no rating possible on this?
The rating is totally very high.
Everest high or space station high?
Everest high.
Oh, okay. And
I do want to show you.
Yeah, show, please.
Sorry, I went to see him in 2007 at a football stadium where I couldn't hear for over a week after the concert. Coming out of the concert, a woman in front of where I was sitting left a program there, and the programs to buy were £10. So I picked the program up. You know, she had gone. She had just disappeared out of the crowd. And so I thought, oh. So I went backstage.
Just like you do.
A friend of mine was backstage, and I said, any chance of him signing? Yeah, he said, I've had seen Pete Townsend earlier on, he said, and he's coming out to sign. I thought, oh, what? Brilliant, you know? I can't wait, like. So we were talking for about 15 minutes, and I seen Roger Daltrey coming out of the stage door, and I went, oh my God, there he is, like, you know? And he, where he was behind the like security fence, and he came with the security pen, and he pulled it back, and he came to us. So we were all went in like a bit of a queue, innit? So I got to shake his hand. He put his arm around me, give me a hug, and he signed the program which that woman had left in her seat. And I turns around, and Pete Townsend behind me, behind the other security barrier.
No.
So I answered. So I said, Pete, can you sign this? And he signed it for me. And I'll just put my camera on, and I'll show you there's their autographs.
Holy smokes! Oh my gosh, that's so stinking awesome!
Cool. That is cool.
Yeah, look, what a story too.
And I bet, and then when that woman came back to her seat, she went, "Where's my program gone?" I only nipped to the toilet.
But
the concert was over. She just got up off her seat, she put the program down there, talking to a boyfriend or husband or whatever it is. I thought, right, let her make her way. She got lost in the crowd. I couldn't see her because she got lost in the crowd.
And Stephen wasn't any like, he didn't really want to give it back to her once it was signed. once he hugged Roger Daltrey, he wasn't going to give it back to her.
Stephen never felt guilt.
No. So not only did this program have their signatures because you hugged him. He probably gave you some DNA on there, so you could clone these men.
Before I met the pair of them, I wrote to Pete Townsend's Eel Pie Studios, or whatever they called, and I asked him, could I have an autograph? Because I've been a Who fan. And he replied, and I got another autograph. And here it is. It's in,
Hey! Another
There we go.
autograph. Wow, look at that. That's even super cool. Nice frame. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful, Stephen.
and there's the ticket for Cardiff when I first seen him.
And Stephen Price, he signed it to Stephen Price
Yeah,
from Petey.
yeah, there we go.
He signs it Petey Townsend?
Peter,
No, I just Peter Townsend.
It's just a loop-de-loop that he does?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Oh, I know what it is. That makes the T.
yeah.
That's so cool. So you've hugged him. You've gotten autographs. You've hung out with them. You're amazing. Just FYI.
yeah. Don't build his ego up so much, those two.
I know, right? It's so awesome.
I
So
had to show you the them.
yeah, well, needed to see it. Those are need to see things. Anyway, Lee, do you want to rate it?
Well, with the nine tracks on the album, with an awesome opener as Baba O'Reilly, and then you've got the awesome ending of the album with Won't Get Fooled Again. The songs in between, there's not really a bad song at all. You know, for 45 minutes, say 40 minutes to 45 minutes of this album, there's not one bad track on the album. So, I mean, Stephen says it's Mountain High, you say Space Station High, but for the 9 tracks, it's a 9 out of 9, because you can't fault any of the tracks. It is an enjoyable album. It's just the way the 4 of them work so well together. The original Who, Keith Moon, John Entwistle, Pete Townsend, Roger Daltrey, work so well together as a foursome. And they're a foursome of force. They are. Yeah, I mean, I wish I could have seen it. I mean, they still tour every now and again, like, don't they? But maybe one day, if God willing, if I get round to seeing them live. But yeah, it's an awesome album.
Yeah, it is.
Awesome album. I mean, they came out of the '60s, fresh face, singing about my generation, which is still a good song, and it still gets a lot of play today. But
Yeah.
once you move into the 1970s, the Who evolved with the times, and this is evolved from the '60s. This is far superior to what they did in the '60s, in my opinion. And they got better and better as they went along, as far as I'm concerned.
Yep, I would agree.
I can't fault it. I can't fault the album.
So 9 out of 9.
And I do like the cover
Yeah.
where they looks like they've been peeing up a concrete block.
Yes, quite.
Somebody has photoshopped that and put the Doctor Who TARDIS there. Are they peeing on TARDIS? Yes.
Very.
You look it up on Google. It's up on Google something.
I'll have to look at that.
Yeah. So, thanks guys for listening and for joining. And
I want to suggest albums of the Who for Lee to listen to before we go.
Go on then. Let me write them down. Go on.
Right. What do you want? Studio albums or live albums? Any of them?
Studios, because I'm not really a fan of live albums.
Studios. The Who by Numbers.
Who by Numbers, right? I'll check that one out.
Who by Numbers.
Yeah.
And Quadrophenia.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's a quintessential one to listen to. I'll just put quad. So those two will do for now.
Yeah.
Well, I'll check those two out. Back over to Susan.
And the live album, the only best live album, well, it's been voted the best live album of all time, is the Who Live at Leeds.
Okay.
Okay.
So, you also say there's a Who Live at Boston?
Yeah, it's a Who Live at Boston.
Okay.
2002. It was after it was coming. I think it was the last concert, one of the last concert, because they had to have a standing bass player because John Entwistle died before the tour started.
Yeah. So they're coming back to Boston this summer or this fall or something. And so I'm excited and I may be able to get to see him, but maybe not. I'm scared of crowds. But I just want you guys to know that if I go, I'll get, stuff signed for you or whatever. So that would be great. Anyway,
Susan the Stalker.
Maybe. Anyway, the album, their stuff is amazing. I loved My Generation. I love their stuff in the 60s. I'm pretty much that. And, Tommy was really trippy. So I like that whole thing. So, yeah, good. They're a great group. Anyway, glad we got to talk about them too. And just as a side note, one time in Montana, I hit a motorcyclist, and his name was Keith Moon. It was bad. It was a bad day for him, but it was one of those things. Anyway, I just thought it was really funny that we've been talking about Keith Moon a bit today.
You don't know if it was the real Keith Moon.
No, not the real Keith Moon. Sorry. Anyway, so thanks, guys. Thanks for joining us. It's been really cool, really fun, really rock and roll, and we will stay tuned for more of our videos. This week we're doing the Sandbaggers, which, Alex really loves the Sandbaggers, so he's got them all pretty much, and we enjoyed the watch. It was, anyway, we'll tell you later. Watch our videos, subscribe to our channel, join our groups, follow us on social media, do the stuff, and rock on! Going mobile. When you want to go sleep, going mobile. Keep me moving.